Hi again. Last time we looked at how to create a class and added some students to it. Now we must wait for the students to agree to join our class. They will have been emailed a link which they must respond to in order to be included. Once this has been done, you'll wish to start sharing assignments with your pupils and then start assessing their work online. This video is concerned with the first of these two next steps, i.e. sharing assignments. There are at least 3 ways within Classroom for you to communicate with your pupils. First of all, you can make an announcement. Secondly, you can add a comment. And thirdly, you can assess their work once it's been submitted to you. Let's look at each of these in turn. So let's go to the Year 13 Economics class. And here's the splash screen that we've got. First of all, you can see the comments are here, and the students can add a comment to you. This is Danny Costello on September the 23rd saying, "Not 100% sure if you'll get this notification, sir, but here goes. The Classroom app seems to be working fine, and I do believe I'm part of the economics class." My response, "You certainly are. Let's see how this works." So in other words, you can communicate within the app to the individual student dealing with any issues that they may have as and when they arise. That's a comment, and you just add another comment here should you wish to do so. Secondly, there are announcements, and if you click that button there, it will open up this dialog at the top. Here you can create an announcement and just share this with the entire class. So for example, it could be something as innocuous as, "Welcome to my class, glad you were able to make it." Thirdly, there is the assignment that you might wish a group of students to complete by a specific date. So let's click on this button here. It's got assignment, it's just to the right of where it says announcement, and if we click on that, we will be able to give it a title, we'll be able to give a description, and then you can in here add the time that you wish this assignment to be returned back to you at a particular time. And again, you can select the times. They're every half an hour from the morning through to the evening, depending on sort of, again, what time you thought was most appropriate. You might not want to use that. There's no compulsion on you to do so. It could be the time of the class that you'll actually see them on that particular day. Again, whatever works best for you. The only things that remain for you to do now is to select what task the students need to complete. And this could be uploading a file that you may have got on your computer screen. So it could be a Word document, for example. It could be a PowerPoint. It could be anything that you've got on your desktop that you would like them to look at. If you prepared it in the past and didn't want to upload it to the drive, that's where you get it from. It might actually be in your drive. It might be a YouTube video, or indeed it could be a link. That'll take them to a website. If we have a look at that, you just click, enter the link that you wish them to have a look at, and you'd enter it into there. They would then click on that, it would take them, and presumably there would be a task that would be associated with looking at that particular website. These are not mutually exclusive. In other words, if you have a link, it doesn't mean that you can't add a YouTube video. Of course you can, and you can add a drive, and you can add something from your desktop computer. You can have as many or as few of these items as you wish, depending upon the task that you want them to do. Right, let's cancel out of that and look at an assignment that has actually been created. And here it is. It's due tomorrow, and it's question 26 from the exam paper that I gave Danny Costello on Tuesday, and it's due in tomorrow. So if we click on that, we'll see what is happening with this. And we can see that it's actually being completed. Danny has done his homework, and apparently it's waiting and it's available for me to mark. I'm going to mark it, and it's actually out of 50, not out of 100, so we'll redo that, and we'll see in the next video where this will be found. Thanks for watching again. Tune in next time.